Hello everybody, it's Jada here. Welcome to the state of my account for the month of June 2023. The video where I go over my account progress, where I've been, where I'm going, just stuff like that, just little account updates. Of course, if you watch my GACs all the time, you kind of notice this stuff over time, but I just want to talk about it all in one place. What I have in Arena here, this is practice to take out a Lord Vader team. This one against Lord Vader with like full Riva Inquisitors, by the way. I don't think that's a great comp in Arena. I think it's kind of weird people set that. I think a lot of what's good about Riva is her leadership, so it's kind of weird to put that with Lord Vader. But this team has been winning against like any Lord Vader comp. I'm gonna have to do that in Grand Arena soon. It was kind of funny. Someone in my squad arena. I'm still in the shard chat in Discord, but no one really cares because, I mean, most people don't care because you don't get anything from Squad Arena. But someone messaged me and they were like, dude, stop. Like, you're attacking me again. And, like, honestly, I don't even pay attention. Like, when I go in to do attacks, I just hit someone that has the squad I want to fight. It's just for practice. So I thought that was kind of funny and just wanted to share. So what has happened since last month? My last state of my account was all about the crate raid, and a lot of these updates are about that too. I took my full Hut Cartel to R8 with Java here. I can just move this. So he's at R8. Boosh is at R8. Boba, of course. I don't know why I favorited him. He was already at R8 for a while. Chrysanthemum and Skiff. So Chrysanthemum, Leia, and Jabba, I think are good Relic 8s regardless. Skiff probably wouldn't have gone for it. And they've always had the Jabba mission territory battle, but that was not sufficient motivation to take them up until the raid. And this is my favorite team to use in the raid. It's the one I don't remod, and I get the most out of it, 2.7 million. One of these days when I'm lazy, if I start getting lazy and we're not striving to hit a bigger box, I might just hit once hit the crate raid once with this team and call it quits from there. But for now, I am ambitious, and I'll show you how I've been doing in a second. I also took BT1 up to R7. I recently did this in hopes to make a counter against Jabba smoother, and this is active for this round of GAC. Because he does a lot. He gets 2 AoEs off in the beginning before Vader gets off his Merciless Massacre. So he can do most of the damage. 000, not really as important. I'm not going for a full half a team at high relics or anything. So he's R5, and that's just fine. Also got Cal Kestis up to R5. I talked about that a while ago, but it was just so nice how they placed him on this Cantina node. And I farmed that during double drops. It just happened so fast. I was glad. I hoarded only Cantina energy. I hoarded that a little bit. I usually am not a hoarder for these things. But I watched the Calvin Austin video and I got convinced. So thank you, Calvin. And yeah, it worked out for me. I didn't hoard anything else because it's like, yeah, it's too messy and there's limited impact of it. But Cal was a nice addition. Throw him in with Rey and makes the team a lot more survivable. So that is mainly what I have done. Now to talk about what I'm doing. Right now my objectives can be lumped into just 2 factions, Tuskens and Unaligned Force Users. So I got the whole Tusken faction favored here. What I'm having actually favored day in, day out is just Chieftain and Tusken Warrior. The other 3 I'll come to later, because I don't think I'll have the team up and running for 5v5. My goal is to have them running for 3v3, and I might actually apply this 3v3 Omicron if I am up and running by then. But I have Tusken Warrior finished off now as far as stars, so getting him relicked up, working on relic 6 for him. Just need the signal data. I got plenty of the other mats. I just had a round of scrapping for some bronziums and carbonite circuit boards, and that is what's going on there. Whoopsie. But that's going well. And Chieftain, he is just shard farming. I actually just applied the second Zeta on him, so he has both the Zetas and 25 shards away, so I'll get there. I've stopped doing the 50 refresh because I don't want to waste 50 crystals. There's no point in rushing him to get there, because once I get there, I'll just hit the signal data bottleneck. If I had tons of signal data, then it would make more sense to keep rushing him. I'm also farming Sierra Junda because she became available. I'm doing 10 hits of her node, so just the 25 refresh. Once I finish off Chieftain, I'll probably do the 50s as well, but she's an amazing character. And she doesn't even have like a specific datacron for her right now. I mean, you got the level 6 for unaligned force users, but her leadership is pretty crazy once you have everything, and I don't fully understand it. It's one of those I don't understand, but she's immune to daze. I know Bad Batch is supposed to be like a counter to her, but the fact that like when I'm facing an Omicron version, I feel weird because of the daze. Last priority for Tuskens is Shaman, or he's gonna get to R5. Maybe, I guess, if I want the full team for a 5v5. But I guess I will have a full 5v5 season with it at the end of this Datacron's life. Right now, the one I have for them is this one. I have the level 9 I want, the level 3 I want with the dots. Not so in love with the stats. Maybe I'll reroll something here. I do like those. I like crit damage and protection. So I have the plus 100% damage on the level 6, but I'm not sure if I should get the wordy one or not. It's hard to say. Kin thinks that Tuskens all you want is dots, so that would lead me to want to get that level 6. I don't have any data cache right now, so I can't reroll. But I don't know. I think maybe Tusken Warrior in 3v3 can hit like a truck. So I might leave that just for 3v3, and then when 5v5 comes around, I might change it back. Also, Third Sister I have her favorited. I have 254 out of 330, so I need 76 shards to finish her off, and that would mean I can't get it in one territory battle. We would need 38 shards each territory battle to finish her off. And in this current territory battle we're in, we got 36. So we need a little bit of a better showing on the next ones. Hopefully, Grand Inquisitor's event comes back. We get a few more eligible for it and get onto it. I don't get mad at people for failing the Third Sister match. I mean, it happens. I just am not in a rush to get these characters. I kind of like having the disadvantage of not having her, although I'm starting to see her more and more. It's harder to find an opponent in Grand Arena that doesn't have her yet. And of course, ships. I don't always highlight ships because I have most of them done. I am farming Sith Fighter. This is for, obviously, Leviathan. I have Sith Assassin at gear 12. I'm not going to bump her up more than that. I mean, it's almost a guarantee she's going to be needed, but there's no need to have her up now. I'll just bump her up later. And I need the relic mats anyway, so there's no point in gearing her up, pre-gearing her up. But I do want to have the ship finished. And I could see there being an outside shot that this ship is needed too, just because it's not needed for anything else, I don't believe. And this is one of the last ships I don't have at 7 stars, so if I don't have it, then it's because I haven't needed it for anything, and that's exactly how they like to get people with these large events. So, TIE Reaper, maybe it's something you want to farm. And also Tie Dagger, I was kind of wanting to do this on the video. Well, you're not going to find it like that. We have the Galactic Chase going on. For the first 6 days, I did all the 50s, all the 100s, and all the 200s. And I was having a slow pace. But now, with less than a day left, I think I don't have to do I'm pretty sure I don't need to do any 200s unless I have terrible luck. And I've been a little bit, non-scientific in doing sims of 7 at a time. I did not start like that. I started just using the whole lump sum to farm it until I kept getting terrible drops. And then I switched it up. I was like, I can't stand doing 20 sims and getting 1. However, there's nothing to actually confirm that the amount of sims you do matters. I had gotten 3 zeros in a row just doing the 7s. Some people do 2 or 3 or something, but yeah, so dipping into the 100s. I know I could just wait and finish it off. Ooh, tomorrow as my energy goes up, but I do want to finish up with this video, so just give me 3. Ooh, so I'm going to use a couple more. Give me that 2. That's it, right? Okay, there we go. So didn't have to do any more 200s. For exact efficiency, probably could have spared a couple of 200s I did, but overall I don't have too much regret. And this is the first ship I've gotten to 7 stars right away in a galactic chase, so personal history in the making here. I haven't seen I haven't seen much about it as far as like its usefulness. I know people say it looks like a Dorito, and it really does, especially with this red trim. Like, come on. I tried using it in a galactic challenge where you need first order, and it was pretty underwhelming. I know they say it's not supposed to be with first order, so we'll see. Maybe it's just for Sith, really. And it's lucky for me. I already have a R7 Sith Trooper. I forget when and why I put him to R7. It was not for a Datacron, because his level 9 Datacron sucked. But yeah, it's already pretty high up there in my GP for ships. So I hope I am ready for the next one. That did drain my crystal savings, but not as much as I was afraid it would. I think at the beginning I had between 5,000 and 6,000 crystals. So I have a healthy store left over even after the chase. And other than that, I'm not going to speculate on ships you need, because, I don't know, who knows. Something weird, I haven't never seen these daily deals before, and they just started popping up for me. I think I saw on Reddit, other people had them pop up too, and they seem very specifically tailored to you. Like people had exact amount of shards needed to finish off for story characters. So it's very tailored, kind of interesting. I don't actually want to click it because I am always superstitious about how easy it is to make a purchase with crystals. But I don't know. I wouldn't buy these. I mean, I'm strapped for Zetas, but I mean, this gives 20 impulse detectors. I don't know what those actually sell for, but it's not something I'm going to want to do. But maybe they're trying to have a tiered approach to selling stuff to people, because the lump sum prices don't always work. Okay, so it costs 3,600 crystals for this alone. So even on that alone, if you're someone that's going to buy impulse detectors with crystals, I guess it would be worth it. But I do not want to use that many crystals. I want to save it for the next galactic chase. And the crate raid, the permanent aspect to our lives now. It's always running, and I don't mind that. I mean, you have 3 days to attack. So yeah, I always try to do as much as I can, get past the 6.2 million personal box. I'm 3rd in our guild right now. This guy's crazy. I think he's like super PvE oriented. I mean, I don't know how he does in PvP, but he dominates in TB and the raid. So kind of a recent addition, so I'm glad we have him. I have been making use of getting the extra attempts. Without the extra attempts, I get to the 5.47 million box, but I like to just limp over the 6.2 million to get that last 50, and then after that, it's pretty easy call that I'm not going to get anywhere. The squads I use a full Hut Cartel team, use the Mandalorian team, pretty much all the teams you've seen in my raid videos if you watch those. The Revan team, and I have Django with Maul. So I run like a leftover bounty hunters team with like Mando lead, Greedo, Cad Bane, Embo, and then Beskar Mando, and that's like a 400,000 team. I haven't put too much work into it. I'm just kind of lazy with it. And then I'll run like Karth Old Republic and try to get them good mods. Have Mob and Forcer as the 5th. I've recently been doing some runs with Tuskens, although I haven't gotten much above 300,000 with them. And then Jawas are actually a pretty easy 300k, even though they're just like gear 11. And then the one at R4, it's supposed to be R3, but I accidentally bumped into R4 for Java when it was a mistake. And I regret it. I wish I had those relic materials back. That's what I'm running right now in the raid, and I don't really care what we get. I like, we get the 130 million box, like we just get over it, but I don't really care. Like, the next one, like 700 currency. I'm not like the Taskmaster that's like, come on guys, we need to get over this. In Territory War, I'm kind of like, come on guys, let's just try to win just because it's competitive. But for this, I don't think we need to push it over there. Even if we just got 90, I mean, we miss out on 450 of the tier 3, so I'm not gonna really be too upset either way. And what is my guild doing in TV right now? We usually finish off the last few phases around the R8 planets. I think at the end we usually poke into the middle R9 planet, but I mean that's like who can actually engage in these R9 planets. I am relatively high in the mission waves count. Yeah, see, this is a guy that's dominates in TV. Just one behind. I think he does have like Kid Fisto or something. I think he has access to a couple more battles than I do. But I was able to get 2 waves on every planet so far. I don't think I have dropped any battles except this ship one. Also Geonos. We had a snafu here. We had someone poke over the star that we were trying to preload, so that always kind of sucks. This didn't even attempt it because that one's like impossible. I mean that might be gated or like pre-prepped for like the Leviathan or something. I don't know. This planet's really easy. It's been really nice. I hate this ship battle, and I know I haven't made a territory battle video in a long time. I don't think people really want to see them. Like when you're late enough game, you kind of figure it out on your own, and if you're a newer game, you don't care. This is a pain. Like they make you start with a crap ship to begin with. You have to do Executor, and so many times I win with just like Houndstooth and IG 2000 left over, and like survive to like get the ult off, but then it's like a turtle space to get out. What I've found a lot of success with, it's kind of a weird team of CLS. It's like a CLS lead team with Radis and Ray. I got CLS Han, Radis, because you need him, Cassian, because you need him at R8 for Radis, and then Ray just tries to keep everyone alive, and I actually get 2 out of 2 like that. It's kind of nice. And right now, Ren Lord Vader there. I actually have had luck on this, only when we have full ops. So before we have full ops, it's like pointless. Like I just get like cleaned. But when we had full ops, it disables, what is it? Hope disabled, and I think that's a really important ability for them. So I actually got some waves over that. Yeah, that's just my summary of what we're doing in TB. I don't think I'm the most generous platoon donator right now. Let me just check my total numbers. I've pretty much only been doing what gets assigned to me, and not really anything extra. Yeah, I'm all the way down here, rank 22, given 16 units, so pretty pathetic. Another thing I kind of want to just touch on is my Datacron inventory. I always get excited for a new Datacron set, and in a couple weeks we're going to get a new Datacron set announced. So I'll only have my set 8 stuff left, and set 7 will be scrapped for the next set. I actually ended up with more R8 Plus on my set 8, because I have one more R8 there than I do up here. But I have way more level 9s. I get mixed up saying level 9 and R9. Way more level 9s here, and I might bump a few of these up to level 9 just because I'll have a lot of credits or data cache, and I stocked up a lot of tier 3 mats, tier 2 mats, but they go so fast anyway. But I don't want to waste data cache, because when I scrap all these, if I'm going to translate that or dismantle them, I'm going to get way more data cache than I can do anything with in time. So if I were to dismantle this right now, it says 2.5 million, but that'll change to 4, or it has been, and I'm gonna get like probably double the cap. I wish they just changed the cap. It would make it so easy. But yeah, I don't love set 8. Only a couple stats I like. A few factions I can actually use. So it's kind of a crapshoot getting to level 9 just to reroll for stats. But yeah, it is what it is. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to give a thumb up if you did enjoy hearing about my account. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Appreciate it, guys. See you later.